Hi, my name is Geoff Burke. I am the Senior Vice President of Marketing at DZS. DZS is a leading provider of access, transport, and cloud software solutions for service providers both in North America and around the world. One of the questions that was posed to us here at the Fiber Connect Show 2023 was, what does fiber disrupt next? And from our perspective, obviously it disrupts a number of things, but one of the most important ones is actually the middle mile. And for a number of different reasons. Historically, the middle mile was actually measured in, say a gig or up to 10 gig of bandwidth that was basically transporting that and enabling those last mile services to be delivered back into, back from the network edge. And ultimately, we see a couple of things happening. One is, as these unserved and underserved communities are actually being reached in the farthest reaches of the overall network, one of the more important aspects, not the forgotten aspects of that, is that the middle mile has to play a role in that. And as those communities are getting 10 gig PON services and beyond, right, you're put in a situation in which the middle mile has to match that. And so we actually see the middle mile ultimately being now measured in minimums of 100 gigabit, maybe 400 gigabit per second speeds, and having to reach far-flung areas of the network that it never had to be able to reach before. Why is that important? Because oftentimes now middle mile has to become hardened. One of the things we've been looking at is the use of coherent optics and DWDM to be able to actually move bandwidth and transport closer to the subscriber edge and ultimately make that difference for these unserved and underserved communities. So, middle mile also, by the same token, actually, as it gets out to these far-flung places, passes a whole number of communities on its way, especially when grants are provided to do that. And what that does is open up a lot of opportunities to be able to branch off of those middle mile networks, to be able to add new services in the communities that are passed, as well as to create a much more robust infrastructure that actually raises the bar for every communication network across both North America and into other places around the world. So that would probably be the number one thing that we see actually happening at DZS in terms of fiber disruption over the course of the coming few years.